Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz from Oz Mechanics, and we got ourselves right here a 1996 Honda Civic. Have you ever got into your vehicle, got your key, get ready to turn it on, and it just cranks? Well, I made this video for y'all. So here it goes. What we're gonna be looking at, we're going to be looking at the fuel system, and we're going to be looking at the ignition system. So what I did, so I won't be going back and forth, I'm actually going to leave the key on the on position. As you can see, lights are still on, and I'm going to be using one of my favorite tools, this right here. So I hook one side up to battery positive, and the other side I'm going to hook up to the starter, and there's going to be the feed wire. I don't know if you see it right there. Let's see. There's that little small wire right there that has a little twist. All vehicles are going to be different, but it is that one. So we're going to take this off and then hook up ours on there. So basically what this little gun is just a bridge. We're just fitting 12 volts straight to the starter, and I need the key on the on position so we can have full function to the injectors, fuel pump, and all that. And as you can see, I got my oscilloscope here, or this is a graphing meter, but it's going to be the same thing to look at our crank sensor. So now what we need to do is lay down right here so I can hook up and it's gonna make it a lot easier, so I don't have to be in and out. And if you have one person, so as you can see now, I click it and it turns the engine. Alright, so what we're gonna look for first and foremost, I want to do the easiest thing, and we're gonna check out spark. I'm gonna show you all the other stuff too, but let's check out spark. And for the spark test, I'm going to use my light test. Sorry for all the movement. So what you need to do is find you a good ground, and to verify that the ground is good, get your ground. You see, I'm grounding it out to the shock right there, and to verify it's good, you see, right now we don't have a good ground. So we're going to move this on to something else. Let's use this right here, and as you can see, we have a good ground. So now we can, if there's no good ground, then we're not going to see the spark. So what I'm trying to see right here is if we have a spark coming out. So remember, we're going to crank the engine, and look, no spark. It might be weak, so we're going to stick it a little bit. Nothing. So we have no spark. Let's see if we have any gas.
Alright, so on
remember, I
these
don't have the
vehicles they
fuel
don't have a
route.
Schrader valve to actually test out the fuel
So we're
pressure.
gonna
So
loosen up
this is a thing that I've been doing on these Hondas, and it's
right
been
there
working out.
and see if fuel
You
comes
just gotta
out.
be really careful because fuel is gonna be spraying out. Okay.
As you can see, it is spewed out everywhere. Not the smartest thing, but hey, at least we know now that this is gonna be something with this is gonna be ignition related. So the customer, he wanted to change out the crank sensor right off the bat. So luckily on this on my Snap-on Vantage, it gives me the test procedures to test the crank. It tells me what wires to hook up and so on. So I already have the wires hooked up right here. I got positive, alright, so we have a wave signal, a waveform. We know that the crank is not bad. Then we're going to start looking elsewhere. So here goes. Get my favorite tool right here. So what we're looking for, let's press yes. So key on engine cranking test, and that's what we got to look for, because I have a waveform. So we do have a waveform. So that eliminates the crank sensor. Now I would like to test the igniter. And it tells us right here, this is the connector that everything goes into, the distributor. So we're gonna back probe it right there to see which one's what. And as you can see, it has from the cam sensor to ignition to the RPM to ICM control, ignition control, module control. So we're gonna do key on engine cranking, and that's what we need to get right there. And it says to check signal to ICM from computer, connect test leads, red to ICM control, and then black to known good ground. So we're getting our black cable, and we're gonna hook it up to this known good ground that we've used for the test light. And now we gotta see which one it is for the ICM. So we gotta look up the ICM control. And I forgot which one that one was, so we gotta go back over here to connector. And ICM control is gonna be number 4, yellow and green. So sorry for this. We're gonna look for number 4, and that should be this last one right there. And what I like to use, my favorite tool, learned it from Scanner Danner, and these T-pins. So gonna hook this up, back probe it. And then I'm gonna check this out. Alright, so here it goes. And we're looking for the waveform. And it shows our ignition control module is doing good. Now we're going to be checking the control to the coil on this one. Alright, so we're going to do ignition coil test. As you can see, this is a good pattern. And while we're doing the test, I actually found out what was bad with this one. So I'm going to show you real quick right here. We can still look at the signal, how it looks, but look at the ignition coil right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's shorting out inside. That's why we're not getting sufficient spark. Let's see other parts in here that are messed up. As you can see, it's cracked right there. So I'm just going to recommend the customer to change out his whole distributor, and that's going to be the fix. So that's the case study on this one. This is 97 Honda Civic. We have gas. It does crank. We can actually hear from the engine that it has good compression as well. So it was just a ignition coil, but because this guy uses this as a daily driver, we're just going to change out the whole distributor. Alright, so the customer actually opted out from getting a new distributor, and we got one from the junkyard. Not the best choice. I didn't want to do this, but he was just low on cash, and as you can see, this is missing a lot of stuff. He just got this one to just get him to work and back. So we're going to test this out. Got the distributor hooked up. Remember last video we didn't get a spark out of there, so here he goes. I'm going to push this. See if we get a spark. Yeah, it looks like a clean spark. So now I'm gonna hook up the cap. Gonna hook up the cap right here, and we should have a running car. There it goes.
Yeah, man, you get it.
There you go. Car runs now. So it was a bad coil, but we just went ahead, changed out the whole distributor, and that fixed up the issue. Alright, if you do like this video, please subscribe, share it, thumbs up, and please share out there, man. I'm gonna try to make more little case study videos, and like I said, if you have any tool reviews that you want to check out, please put some comments down low. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some tool reviews.
Check out the dust
on different stuff. And yeah, I got my friend David. He's working on the Datsun 280Z. Yeah, 280Z, and we're gonna start having like a little series on that one. But there you go. Hope you have a nice day. Bye.